Now, good morning.
Mr. Pacho, good morning.
Minister of Enjoyment, Bibi Abokodiye.
Pacho, we are but Minister for Happiness.
This is a crime shinti boys in GBO. Anyways, for the love of Facebook, it's one of the most exciting people you can read from on Facebook. From politics to football to social issue, I think it's one of my favorites on Facebook as well. And I keep on the good work on Facebook, especially with the educative piece. Where the two of my can kind be seen idea woman. And I did see the impact of the court action on the Ghana Premier League, especially case study is on sponsorship. For about 5-6 years, Ghana Premier League needs sponsor, and a headline sponsor. Your ball match is 3 weeks per your court. You're postponing the Ghana Premier League. If you're a corporate person watching this space, what would be your reaction?
First of all, me who say injection number. For some reason, I wasn't too surprised. I wasn't too surprised in the sense that already in say as go that they are no echo.
Yeah.
It was obvious that some form of injunction was going to come. But speaking from the perspective of a sponsor, who would say this obviously no but let me take advantage and say that look, for every organization, before I would do first of all, you need to conduct some level of market scanning. From my perspective, I don't think the sponsor might be too surprised. I don't think so.
Okay.
And secondly, so who said to say Ghana footballer. Over the past several years, we know the turbulence the league has been in, especially the local league, with the number 12 expose, the suspension of the league, and all the issues surrounding the league. To say, what you say, obviously, you might have certain fundamental understanding that look, we don't have a kosher league yet. All is not well with our league. It will say we factor all of this into consideration. But another thing, as a sponsor now, I need to ask myself, what am I in this for? Am I in this for short-term goals or I am in this for long-term goals? Because what you say, league, obviously, as a sponsor, you'll be looking for media mileage for your brand, affection for your brand, affection no NSA idea in conform everything or brand nothing just because you are supporting something they love, you are supporting a sport or activity or anything that they love. The understanding is that affection they have for that activity will sort of translate to your brand. But in general, if I was in the shoes of the sponsor, in as much as it might be a bit upsetting, at the same time, it is not something that would surprise me. But the question I'll ask myself is, what am I in this for? If I am in this for the long haul, that means that we need to be patient. The sponsor would have to be patient and allow things to just pack and out. Because I don't think that the injunction will sort of affect the number of games that will be played in the long haul.
Yeah.
Say, area, whatever period that league no ever end, that will be the full mileage the sponsor is supposed to get for the league. Unless say the league is truncated. If the league is truncated there, obviously in that case, the sponsor would have lost. But I don't think that will be the case. But as I said, if I was a sponsor, I would not be too surprised. And see, and one thing we also have to understand is that there, there are lots of, and I say, there's this level of negativity when it comes to the local league. And in fact, yeah, na sponsors say, ba na say, omo show kakra. Even within the organization, even within the sponsors organization, there will typically even be a certain level of how do I put it? I wouldn't say resistance sort of, but then you have certain stakeholders, no matter small, that will be adverse to the sponsor supporting the league. It is, did you say Ecobar? You know, even cry, internally, you know, it brings pressure on the marketing team or the communication team that as you would usually make a case for such sponsorships. You know, and it's difficult. But as I said, would you share the same? You obviously would have to do some market scanning. So this will not come as a surprise. And then another thing I want to say, this is more like an appeal. It's an appeal to all relevant stakeholders. If you ask me, okay, the first people I'll address this to are the clubs themselves. Sorry. So sometimes, I feel the clubs are quick to go to the media with negative news.
Yeah.
You know, it's as if you are fighting, you are cutting your nose to spite your own face. That negativity sort of put the corporate sponsors away. The next appeal I want to make will go to the sponsors themselves. You know, I mean, Omase pass Omabe support to local league. You know, all of us love football. We love the local game. But the truth is that there's actually a whole lot of work that has got to be done. If it's Roma, I will say now they need to. They don't have to be distracted by these short-term issues. They should focus on the end goal, on the long haul. The long haul is to ensure that the Ghana Premier League is one of Africa's topmost leagues. I would say they need to be in it for the long haul. Say our sponsors, other stakeholders. Ghana League, and all of that. But I don't think that that these distractions should detract them from the end goal. The end goal is ensuring that the Ghana Premier League is on sound footing, is one of the best leagues in Africa. How much I say? We should look at the long haul. But then in the short term, some of these distractions are meant to come. But I don't think they should be worried at all.
Very well.
I don't think they should be
I
worried.
was say sponsors, any FA, any all stakeholders, put in a strategy. Say league, about back, and I say, how should they come back? Should it be business as usual? Just announcement, and I say something should be done to get the momentum back. Once that you about week 1, week 2, week 3, and that momentum pick up. And what should be done to get the momentum back?
Well, the question, will be coming there. And I know it in the sense that in some of Dawson, in some of Dawson.
Yeah.
I remember writing an article like this about such a topic. So, first of all, the first place I'll start with at the club level. I'll discuss this on real service. But at the club level, the questions the club need to ask themselves is that what are we doing to bring fans to the stadium? What type of engagement do we even have with the local community in which we operate? There are times that there's no plan. There's no plan whatsoever to engage the local community in which they play. There's no plan to engage the fans. There's no plan to even seek the interest of the sponsor. Do you understand? I mean, Mekaise some time ago when the former bank no sponsor Premier League no. Hey, I was say, Yankasa na before every match there no. You pen ko for stadium no be there the pitch panels. Eco city ho. You know after game no now me. As for the clubs bro and farm whether whether you are well represented or branded, they don't care. Even sometimes, pre-match conferences, those days. Some class were not doing it, and I say post-match especially. They are say if the results do not go their way, then they boycott it. You know, they don't they don't see it as an obligation to the league, as an obligation to the sponsor. I hope Tenima as a you see, but the point is that the clubs themselves, it should start at the club level. I mean, certain clubs do not even have brand management people. They don't have marketing people whose focal job is to ensure that they develop strategies to get the local community involved or to get them excited about the club or to get them to come to the stadium. Even sometimes happen just to check it. Um ah I I in Brandon the other friend maybe a visual brand representation. It's just a check it. So sometimes recently me person about club but now say omo dey paper car na say omo ma draw just no money we try. Even say any ma say
in short man I am a backlash no by social media pa.
yeah. You see, all of these things do not augur well for the interest of the league. You know, if maybe if club level, means what the if level the Ghana Premier level, they need to ask themselves what strategies, what specific initiatives are we implementing to get fans into the stadium. You know, there should be, for example, in certain matches, home between the live band,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I mean something, any activity to get people excited. You see, but of course, all of these things they do not happen in a vacuum. There must be a plan, a comprehensive plan. And apart from all of this, the three major stakeholders, the clubs, the league, and the sponsor, the three of them need to sit down at a round table and develop a strategy aimed at bringing fans to the
Match venue.
stadium. You understand? And these strategies have got to be detailed. In terms, they are some months we in a year. The next month, this is what we're doing. The third month, that's what we're doing. And you said the sponsor just pays money for sponsorship and then everybody goes to sleep. You understand? But for me, I'll focus more on the club. The club should try as much as possible to seek their own interest and to seek the interest of the sponsor. Some clubs they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, with paparazzi, nearly or pitch panels or brand, and formal. You understand? I mean, the Kaiser, the Kaiser, no, yeah, is the sponsor like team this is I ask go. At the time, the Tiano and done. Before any game there those time on the ball or what Mr. Tiano could just get himself will be there. On one casana, no be mobilizing. I am your pitch panel. It is your communication say brand need to be on point. Right? But as go team at the time, it was just backing a few clubs. The rest did not care.
Nana, where it has for the expert view and expert knowledge I want to share and pay. It has been a mean show. If you didn't come away, you didn't come away, but I pay. I appreciate your time so much with us.
Right.
And Yaw Kesse, and I'm going to say no AD and Komono. He was formerly the spokesperson in charge of the Ghana Premier League at the bank name. First Capital. Yeah, that one was sponsored the Ghana Premier League, you know. And he come here did the Otasia part.
Like and subscribe and click on the notification. Happy FM, Nimdie, Happy FM, and Nijenkwa.